Hey everyone, Metazoo had its big tops release this last week. Let's talk about it. This is the update for October 4th, 2021.
Welcome to Stormblast Games!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're so glad you're here. I know you're after some MetaZoo news, so let's get started. On September 30th, last Thursday, Tops had its big MetaZoo release. And let me tell you, in the end, it was successful. I will admit that. We got two boxes, which was ecstatic for us. It took us over 2 hours to get it. Even though it was on for an hour. Our MetaZoo community absolutely slammed the Tops website. It was amazing to see. So a lot of the troubles started when in my opinion, when Mike Waddell on Twitter, let's see if I can find it, he posted the live link and it went to the UK site. And yeah, so it was one of these issues where the US link never actually got posted anywhere by MetaZoo or Tops, and I felt that was a big problem. And a lot of people in the Discord server did too, and so a lot of us decided to go and figure out how to get the US link, and we got the US link, and so of course I posted it onto our channel on the last MetaZoo update video. I hope that you guys got to see that and get yours. The UK site was asking us to pay duties on an item that was being shipped into the UK from the United States and then just to send it back. So I felt that they could have done a lot better on that, and that's unfortunate. What also helped is after we made it to the US site, you can see here at 12:32, I had gone from being one of the first in line to maybe having 14 minutes, and then eventually it was like over a day, and then it went to unavailable. So, and then less than an hour later, 45 minutes later, they just decided to stop posting anything, and people were getting messages about they could get into the site, then they couldn't add things to the cart, or they could add things to the cart, but they couldn't check out. I literally experienced all of those things. And it took a lot of perseverance. I want to say even the UK site was not allowing people to add for the longest time. So I want to say it took over 2 hours, but I was finally able to. So there was a lot of 503s. There were a lot of issues with the site just being crashed. And that's because there were 10,000 plus, probably hundreds of thousand people in bots all hitting the site and all hitting refresh at the same time. The trick is that because of their the way the Tops US site works, was to get in here and then don't refresh. It automatically refreshes for you and it keeps your connection. And so you literally get put into a line. I know a lot of people were closing their browsers and opening it and refreshing their caches, and they're completely losing their spots in line. And that caused issues for them. So if you're one of those, I'm sorry that happened to you. But for the future, because there are going to be additional Tops releases, the Series 1, I think he said, and we'll see it here soon, that he actually finished it already. And so they're getting ready and gearing up to make this next release a little bit better. Hopefully this time they will release a US link, since most of their fans so far have been in the United States, in Canada, so I would hope just a North American link, if nothing else, to the Top site would be the way to go. So I hope that they took a lot of lessons learned from this experience. It did end up being quite a success. A lot of people were able to get their orders in. So I want to show you what these are like today for the price on these. These were initially $49.99 at the time of sale. Currently, they are being sold for $119 plus tax, $120. That seems to be pretty typical. the first ones. Now that you have to remember, this is back on September 30th, and 1 or 2 people have been confirmed as actually having had these ordered on the Topps website because of all the issues. And I cannot believe the FOMO, or as you might know, the fear of missing out. So let's go all the way back. How far back can we go? Okay. $250. Oh, $1,500. The first ones that were listed, there were 2 or 3 listings initially for $1,500 for these Topps packs. It was insanity. And then the next ones that sold were around $800. And then you started seeing people finally being able to get their product, or confirmation of their product. And you started seeing the prices suddenly tank down to $300, $400, $300, in the $500s-ish. And then once the floodgates completely opened, they dropped all the way down to $200 for the most part. So today, the listings are all around $125, $150, and this is all plus tax. $181 plus tax, $200, some still at $250. So if you're after them, you can still get them. You're definitely paying a premium. You're paying 2 to 3 times as much as they costed initially. But again, this was a limited product. There's not any more. They're not part of a game. It's all collectible. It's just a collectible. It's just a trading cards. So kind of like baseball cards where they're just meant for trading. They're not meant for anything else. I really do hope there becomes a game component with these types of cards, or that they can affect the in-game meta or the in-game environment so that you can do something more with them. I really hope that ends up being something they allow. So anyway, we'll move on from that, but I hope you guys got them. Hope you guys, those of you who wanted them, and that you'll be happy. They will be shipping out in early to mid-December. Okay, so let's go back to the announcements channel, and before we go back into the social again, because there's going to be overlap anyway, but... So, Topps Chrome and MetaZoo are confirmed for 2022. So, if you don't know what the Topps Chrome product is... It's this type of product. It's this type of product. These don't really give a good indication as to what they really look like. But they're supposed to be really sleek, supposed to be really foil. Really cool stuff. So here, I'm not sure if this is the Chrome, but this is essentially what it could look like. And isn't that fancy? That is so cool. Let's play that again. Just the foiling on it. That looks very Chrome-esque. I'm not sure if this is literally the Chrome version of it or not, but it's very possible that it could be. Oh. Let me out. Okay. Okay, so here is the New York Comic Con. Here is the New York Comic Con page that they're offering. You can see the foil bit, the MetaZoo stamp, the New York Comic Con here. I don't see that there's an actual foil stamp, and maybe these are just because these are the uncut sheets. You can see it looks like there are a total of 5,000 printed. And on this sheet, here's 4504, 05, 06, etc. One small step for dingbells, one giant leap for beasties. So if you get to New York Comic Con, that'll be really cool to stop by their booth and pick it up. I hope you guys are successful in getting that. So here they're talking about the base set theme song with vocals releasing this weekend. It has released. I'll play a snippet of it. You can go on to social media, I'm sure, or elsewhere and find it. My wife and I, Sheena, was listening to it, and it's a very 80s theme. It's honestly really retro and very cool. Having grown up in the 80s, I was born in the very late 70s. This was really cool, very nostalgic, and I really appreciated that. We'll get to it in just a moment and play that for you guys. So yeah, they're talking about where on the tops and even on the US sites, it was listed as an on-demand set. This was not an on-demand set. So if you ever heard that, here it is straight from Mike Waddell. The print is definitely limited. The title is an error. And they're talking about their sites being completely crashed. They were doing some trolling. There were so many people angry on the Discord server that day, on the September 30th. They ended up doing cooldown periods, and it became almost impossible to participate in the conversation, honestly. It was really annoying. I understand why they did it, but it doesn't change the fact that it was annoying. So this is pretty funny here on eBay. And I'm assuming this is eBay. They're talking, looks like Mike Waddell was looking for MetaZoo and MetaZoo. And the interesting thing about this to me is that it seems very against what they allow on their servers. They do not allow secondary posts or discussions of the secondary market on their site, and yet this is a snippet of the secondary market site. Looks like eBay to me, or it could be something else, but it looks like a secondary site. This honestly is really upsetting a little bit based upon it, because even I got censored, and all I did was talk about, oh, things are up on eBay. It's kind of insane, the price. I didn't even list anything, didn't talk about it, and it got deleted. And I saw other posts on the day deleting, and then they're going to leave their own versions up. It's very concerning to me. I am not going to go any further on that. So now they're doing giveaways up on the Discord server again. These giveaways, you have to use this ta-da to enter. So all these other ones, these guys didn't get entered. It was only those in this that got entered. So there's a lot more, as you'll see down here, and you'll want that. So as far as the Topps print run, so to go back to Topps probably one more time. The Topps server was entirely and consistently crashed for over an hour. They sold 50,000 boxes in less than that time, though. They're saying it really shows the power of the MetaZoo fan base. Mike knows that there were a lot of website issues that made it hard to get the product. He promises that they will be making more product with Topps. Series 1 is already done, and they're working tirelessly to make sure the distribution of this new product will be as wide and as fair as possible, including physical retail. This is just the beginning, and you are here for it. So that gives me hope that Series 1 will not be online only. And Series 0 definitely does seem online only. It was probably a test. Series 1 obviously passed. Or Series 0 passed the test, and thus Series 1 is a thing. I know they have plans also for at least a Series 2. So it looks like they are going to go into physical retail. And I don't know if that means Walmart, Target, Fred Meyer, any of the other big chains from places I've not lived that might be, grocery stores, maybe wherever you sell baseball cards, wherever Topps is, I'm assuming you'll be able to get this, which would mean even baseball card stores or other card stores or local game stores, I'm assuming will also try and sell or have these in stock. I know we will. Again, we're not big enough. I don't know that Topps will allow us in there, but if we can get it, we'll have it up for you guys. And especially if you're local to the Northwest Arkansas area, we'll even have it locally in stock for you, as long as we can keep it, and again, this is a big if. Just want to know that we're looking out for you guys. So the giveaways. So October 1st, there are leading up to Nightfall release. And again, we need to use the ta-da to enter. If you are on Discord, this is the best way for you guys to enter these contests. And all you do is you go on to the announcements channel on their MetaZoo Discord. And we also have the announcements channel on our Discord as well. Though entering on our channel won't enter you for this. So just make sure you go. If you guys need the link for that Discord, pop into our Discord. We'll give it to you. Not a problem. Or it's also available on the MetaZooGames.com website. And probably all the other social media outlets as well. So a Nightfall booster box, a Nightfall spellbook, a Nightfall blister pack, Nightfall release box, and these contests end October 8th. You can see we're all entered for it. And a Tops box. That's really cool too. And a theme deck. So definitely get over there and get them. So they're saying the giveaways are completely randomized and will better our giveaway process. Make sure you're clicking the ta-da to get entered into the giveaways. And then all these people posted, and I did too, just because I'm not gonna, just in case, right? So now, merchandise. They are putting all sorts of new merchandise up on their website. So here we have a Nightfall hoodie, a Nightfall, looks like a long-sleeved sweat. That looks like a long-sleeved sweatshirt. Here is another Nightfall hoodie. And a beanie. Could look like Tim Pool there almost. Here you have Nightfall socks. Those are just with the logo. Here we have the icon, the set symbol. Nightfall. I know I'm going fast here, guys. So, along with the theme song, the fact that they have a fanny pack just cracks me up. This cracks me up. Here's more of the purple and yellow. This reminds me so much of Joker. And even my girls came, when they saw this, when I was doing the research for this segment, they thought this was Joker pants too until I said that it wasn't. And then they were all disappointed. But yeah, if you want to get your Joker on with a little bit of MetaZoo in there too, these could probably pass off. According to my children anyway. So, okay. So next is the Bat Pack. So they had a lot of base set Cryptid Nation Bat Packs too. And I think they're cool. I'm past the age generally for Bat Packs, but I know our younger viewers are probably think they're really cool. And honestly, I think they're cool too. I just don't have much need for them anymore. But they definitely look cool. So here is looks like a card binder. So I imagine it's ringed and this could be one of those like pre-bound ones, or it could be one where you could put your own card card sleeve pages in. Oh, I really like the art for this. This looks all Nightfall. You see the Headless Horseman and White Mothman, Wendigo. I believe someone told me this was the Reaper. Shadow People, if I recall. Very cool. I like it. So also, the following items. So all these items are limited. That means there are not going to be a lot of them made. So if you get one, you're going to be pretty unique. On the Discord server, there have been people getting invites to a crypto server. That's not allowed. So just be aware. Don't do that. If you've gotten something like that, you're probably trying. There's someone who is probably trying to steal money from you. So be very wary of any type of invites to these types of servers. Okay, so as we talked about, here is the MetaZoo theme song. I'm only going to play a snippet of it.
Dos velhos
So this thing gets really cool. If you have the chance, go and check it out. It will be on, because we mirror the announcements on our own Discord, this will be available on our Discord for you to play as well. I'm sure it's also on other social media as well. So here they are also having other shirts. This looks like another sweatshirt. This looks very pink with the bells. Is that bells? I'm not even sure what that is, but this looks like a tada or like a cone, and then there's a cryptid in there with a hat with a broom. Very cool. I've seen this probably 4 times now, and I'd never noticed that was actually a cryptid. Very neat. So here's also a Wendigo sweatshirt. You see this has the pockets in the middle. Almost look like bones. That's very cool. So also for the Collecticon, I know last week we talked about the organized play. So they are giving out trophies for this as well. And here we'll have pictures of the 2nd and 3rd place trophies. And if you look in here, you see they have the little buttons here keeping it together. And this one says 2nd place. And these are uncut Nightfall sheets that are in the glass. And this one, it's really hard to make out, but that does say 3rd place. I've not seen what the 1st place one looks like, but it's really cool that they're actually giving out physical trophies for these things. That's something I've not seen happen in a long time in organized play for TCGs. Usually it's a plaque of some kind, maybe, or in Flesh and Blood, it's a cold foil promo or some type of foil promo and a playmat. So, and those, of course, are things they're doing too, but also that's really cool. I like it. So they also have the Cryptid Nation theme song is on YouTube. So if you want to go to YouTube and look for MetaZoo Cryptid Nation song, you should be able to find it there as well. So they're accepting more Discord moderator applications if you want to be a moderator on their Discord server. I would recommend getting on and checking out. Here is another sweatshirt, again with the pockets. This is the White Mothman. I don't know the actual name of this character, so I'm assuming this is named White Mothman. And they're also saying the first Nightfall merch drop is live on the marketplace. So let's see, MetaZoo Marketplace. What do we have here? Here we go. So they do have the Nightfall Wendigo sweater, the Bell Witch. That's what that is, a Bell Witch. That looks so odd on him. The Mothman, there's just Mothman, but it's the White Mothman. Interesting. $60 for these, for an extra small, all the way up to a 3X. And it looks like that's the same price either way, so that is pretty good. Here's the chest, weight, and hips length for those of you who might want to know what it's made of, etc. So if you are in the market, or if you are wanting to buy these, go to metazoomarketplace.com and check it out. It looks pretty cool. So, one thing to note here, they're saying, for Nightfall First Edition, there is no box topper, which is really surprising to me. But there will be 2 things hidden in the booster packs that are quite special and rare. So there's been some confusion about this. They're working with their partners to fix product descriptions as much as we can. Each set will feature something special, unique, and not to be revealed until the sets drop. So whatever special and rare types of things are in there, I'm assuming then we're talking potentially secret rares again. But it's really interesting because I thought that we had heard before that Nightfall box toppers would be a thing and that they would be... No, those weren't for Nightfall. That was for second edition. So we know second edition is going to have box toppers, at least the most recent information. This could obviously change now. And that the box toppers, instead of being the foil alternate art auras, they're going to be foil alternate art terras. So even in second edition of the base set, it's going to have unique stuff. And so here they're having something else special on Nightfall that's a non-box topper. I'm really curious to know what it is. Oh, and here it is right here. Second edition will have box toppers with alt art Terra done by Poncho. The Metazoo Games Discord community is 6,000 members strong. So that is very cool. So here is another shirt, sweatshirt, sweater, whatever you... You know, I've noticed that people in different parts of the country call these things slightly different things. So here is a polo for Nightfall. I like the embroidery. It's very... Yes, that's embroidered and not stitched or like vinyl or screen printed. So that's very cool. You can... I'm not sure how it's showing on your screens, but you can definitely see the stitching here. And here also on a t-shirt. Very neat. I like that. Man, on the yellow shirt, that so looks like the Batman logo. Yeah. Yeah. So they're looking for new shoes, I guess. So people really liked the first edition shoes. I actually saw those at the Collecticon in Dallas, or Frisco, Texas, which is outside of Dallas. And they were interesting. I don't think they actually had my size. I don't remember, because, again, giant. But they did seem really cool. They're definitely not anything I would ever wear. And if I was somebody who was into collecting unique shoes, I would have been all over them. Because they were really distinct and unique. And I really thought the design was cool. They're just definitely not anything I would ever wear. Especially because they were very expensive, as I recall, over $100. And very white. And white clothing and I just do not do well together. My entire life, I've never done well with white clothing. Okay, for you skateboarders, here we have a collaboration between MetaZoo and Revive Skateboards coming in early 2022. And here we see a board with Hodag. So I've never really been into the skateboard scene. I did like having them when I was a kid. Never really did much with them. That was more of my brother's thing. But yeah, so if you were into skateboarding, I think that's really cool that they're doing that. And each board comes with an exclusive promo with the skateboard art. So that is going to be really cool. So, Babe the Blue Ox sweater. Very neat. That is a very small babe on there. I can just see that one leading to confusion. It's so small. That's cool, though. So the New York City Comic Con, they are giving out Nightfall booster packs for free at the convention. So make sure if you are in the area and you decide to go, I do know vaccine passports are mandated there. So if you do end up going, make sure you stop by the booth and pick up a free pack. And I don't know how they do it at other conventions. I know at the Collecticon in Frisco, each day we could just keep going back. And so my family and I went back both days that we were at the convention and got free stuff there too. So it was really cool. All right, so here is a list of all of the cloud drops together. October 6th, so that's actually Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern on the MetaZoo Marketplace for $40. And again, these are the shirts that come with the promo as well. And they're all blind boxes. So be aware that there is no guarantee as to what you will get. And I think it might say in a different post, but the the run is limited. Oh, there's a better picture of those promos together. And I know we went over these last month, or not last month, last time. Look at the Metazoo logo, all furry. I really like that. And again, they definitely aren't going to have them my size, and I've kind of honestly changed my mind on if I would like to wear these. I think they're actually really cool, but I still do stand by my tall people need tall sizes. So, just putting that out there. Hope somebody someday listens. So there will be 100 Kickstarter booster packs seeded throughout those Debrews boxes. So that means for each one of these, every however many that they end up creating, which I think I don't remember how many. I think it was like 3,500. But there is, and we'll see if I can find the information on that. But there are only 100 Kickstarter boosters seeded throughout these. It's all done randomly, and only one box per person is allowed, and they'll heavily enforce that. So I imagine too that means if you create multiple accounts and buy them and send them to the same address, you will at least those extra ones will be canceled, if not all of them. I don't know how they're going to do that, so just be wary. So the giveaway ended that they did before, and who was it? Emlo is the one who won the custom MetaZoo art piece on there. So that was cool. So MetaZoo Games now has a channel or a page or whatever it is on TikTok. I've been on TikTok. I am evidently not the target market. I don't get it. It's fine though. That is okay. Everything doesn't have to be for everybody. So if you are at New York Comic Con and you want to stop by the MetaZoo booth, it looks like they will have their booth in this area. Mike will only be around from 1 to 3 on all the days of the convention, which is different from some of the other cons where he's actually there the whole time. And maybe this is because MetaZoo's bigger and whatnot. He's just not there all the time anymore. I don't know. But just be aware. And so here's the pavilion. If you're looking for the Bandai and the Topps booths, MetaZoo will be, looks like, to the left, looking towards the back wall of that. If that's the back wall, I'm not sure. I've never been to New York. I've never been to where this is, so I don't know. If you guys do go, definitely send pictures. I'm really curious to know. So they are redoing, or not redoing, but they are updating the fact channel on Discord with people's most asked questions, and to try and, I'm assuming, just to help with a lot of the constant the questions that are constantly being asked over and over and over again, the same questions. So this will give them a little bit better channel or better place to have all these things put together. Okay, so that gets us down to today. So let's hop over to the social channel and see if we missed anything else. Okay, so here, let's look at the Nightfall binder. And as I theorized before, this is a bound binder. And zippered. So there is a zipper on it. Very cool. It's very high quality. I think that's going to be really, really neat. So no information on to how much that's going to be, but if I get a chance to buy one of those, I might do that. That is really cool. Okay, that is the end of the social channel. Let's go and talk about, I had one last thing to talk about, and that has been the Kickstarter and the first edition booster box prices. Really just the booster box prices in general. These are the list on eBay of the most recent sold MetaZoo Kickstarter edition booster boxes. So it looks like we had one sold for about $2,000, which that honestly shocks me that it was so cheap. Here we have a Kickstarter Spellbook blister pack and Aura deck selling for $3,000-ish. We had 6 bids yesterday on a Kickstarter box for $9,500. So that is really cool. So for those of you who actually responded to me on the video last week about the booster boxes, I get your point. I can understand why people would like these. That said, this one sold for $75, including tax. But it is the Kickstarter version, so maybe if you want the Kickstarter version, that's worth it to you. I'm not sure. I'm not going to judge of anything. I understand the point of it. It's just not something I choose to do right now, but I get it, and that's okay. So a lot of the 8 booster packs also sold. 8 Kickstarter packs sold for $1,600. So as you can see, Kickstarter prices are and there were only 2,500, maybe 3,500. 2,500 got distributed, and 1,000 I think they kept for themselves, something like that. It was ridiculously small. And as you can tell, the prices are accordingly up. And this goes back into September 28th, so back into last week too. That was on eBay. Here we are on Kickstarter, or on Kickstarter. Here we are on TCG Player. The Kickstarter spellbooks are going for $2,300 plus tax. TCG Player has no Kickstarter packs up for right now, though the market price was $158, which, as we've seen, is probably too low. The blister pack is currently going between $810 plus tax and $1,700, including tax, at a market price of $240. So that tells me that, well, 1, not many are selling, and 2, with the increase in price, these have really gone up. And here also, the Kickstarter edition booster boxes this is 19,000 plus tax. So 18,700 plus tax. That puts you at over $20,000 for a box. Or the only other one they have up is at $55, including tax. That's assuming approximately a 10% tax rate. I know various locations will vary. So first edition on eBay, and we're going to get some Nightfall ones in here too. First edition is going for about $1,000 per box for $830, about $1,000 to the United Kingdom. Bulk card lots are selling now too. 6, so half a box right here of just loose packs is going for $360. Box toppers are going for about $200. The tribal theme decks are going for in the 70s, it looks like right now. 200s for 10 packs. So as you can see, these prices are holding steady, which is good to know. That after the reduction in price into the 400s, they went up to the $1,000 range, and they're actually holding steady. So it's not just a bubble, or at the very least, not a quick flash bubble. This looks like it might stick around for a few weeks at the very least, if not go up, especially as the excitement for Nightfall gets closer and closer. I could easily see these going up another couple $100, if not more, in the next few weeks. Because again, we have 3 weeks until Nightfall drops. Actually, just under. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. Over on TCG Player, first edition box booster packs are going for $30. The blister packs are going for between $62 and $75 plus tax. Spellbooks are going for between $225 and $250. And the booster boxes are going between $840 to $900. And there's 2 at this price, 1 and 1. So yeah, and then Nightfall booster boxes on TCG Player are $500 and $750. At this moment in time, I would recommend not buying that. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional. I'm just saying, for me, I would not buy it at this price. Not right now. Not when you can go to eBay especially and buy it for a little bit less. So $320, $280, $325, $300. I know it's really hard to find any more pre-orders. You will be able to find some somewhere, but $500 to $750 at the moment is just too much. All right, guys. Well, that is what we have for today in MetaZoo. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do have the Tales of Aria video. I got so busy last week, I did not get the chance to finish it. To put it together, it is filmed, so it will be released this week. I absolutely guarantee it will be. I promise you guys. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be blessed.